Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Giselle and this is the first of my video series called Curly Hair for Beginners. When I first started my curly hair journey, I felt like I was really overwhelmed by all of the tips and tricks and different terms that were used, things like hair porosity, density, different curl types. I felt that it was a little bit overcomplicated for what I was prepared to get myself into. So this video is really for those of you who want to break it down simply. These are the actual steps that I used for my curly hair journey. So if this is something that you're interested in, then just keep watching. So before we jump into the actual steps that I took, I just wanted to explain a little bit about curly hair. As most of us already know, our hair is susceptible to being really dry. And the reason for that is because our natural hair oils that our scalp produces, they have a harder time working their way down our hair shaft because we do have curly hair as opposed to straight hair that would be easy for the oil to be able to slip all the way down. So unfortunately, that means that we have a really hard time with dryness. We have to make sure that the products and steps that we take are going to help to restore that moisture balance so that then our curls can look their healthiest. So all of the steps that I'm about to share with you now are things that I stopped doing so that I can be able to retain more moisture in my curls, and it really made such a huge difference in making sure that they looked healthy. So step number one that I wanted to mention here, and I feel it's maybe one of the most important steps, is to stop using sulfate-filled shampoos. I know that most curly girls talk about this ad nauseum, but it's for a good reason. Sulfates are known for stripping your hair of its natural oils. And as we just mentioned earlier, our hair is already susceptible to being really dry. So we want to make sure that the shampoos we are using are not stripping us of that natural oil and then causing our hair to be dull, limp, easy breakage. So definitely one of the most important steps. So the easiest way I found I was able to implement the stop using sulfate-filled shampoos was to actually just find hair care brands that catered specifically to curly hair. For the most part, I find that these brands will have shampoos that are gentle and that do not have sulfates, so they do not dry out your hair. Two of the shampoos that I currently use that I really enjoy are Trelux. This is the Curl, Renew, and Restore shampoo. It's a gentle cleanser, as well as the Wedod Vital Curl, and both of them say right on the bottle sulfate free, so that's something that you would definitely want to look for when buying your shampoos. So the second thing that I implemented in my routine was to stop using a terry cloth towel. This is typically the towel that we would use for our body. We can find them anywhere. However, they take the water right out of your hair really quickly and aggressively. Also, just a terry cloth is a rougher material, so it can actually cause more frizz and breakage with our curls, so that's definitely not what we're going for. Instead, you can use either a cotton t-shirt, which is what I use for the whole first year of my journey, or you can buy a microfiber towel. I was able to just pick this one up from Marshall's. They're not expensive, but I do find they make a world of a difference for reducing frizz and making sure that I keep that water and moisture in my hair. Especially when you're styling your curls after you come out of the shower, you really don't want to take all that water out right away. That's really vital to making sure that you have a nice frizz-free curl. So along the same lines of discontinuing my use of a terry cloth towel, I also stopped using a cotton pillowcase. Cotton really does, again, same with the towel, it sucks in the moisture. So when you're sleeping at night and your curls are all, I know about me, I sleep kind of crazy, you're rubbing your curls against that cotton. It's actually, again, taking away all of that moisture that your hair has. So when you wake up in the morning, your hair is extra dry, as well as your skin too. It's really not good for your skin. So I highly recommend either a silk pillowcase, but if you don't want to spend the money on that, which I personally did not, I was able to just pick up a satin pillowcase. So these are readily available. I got mine at Marshall's. I got a 2-pack and they were really inexpensive, but it has the same kind of silky material to it so that when you're sleeping, your hair can glide easily against a pillow. It's not causing extra friction, and so it's not going to cause you to wake up with excess frizz or breakage. So the final thing that I stopped doing was shampooing the mid-length to the ends of my hair. Contrary to many of the hair commercials we may see where someone has their shampoo and they got all their hair up on their head and they're scrubbing away at their hair, that actually is going to cause excess tangles for our hair. We know going through the detangling process of curls is already a burden. We don't want to add to that. But it's also going to strip your hair of its natural oils. As we already mentioned, our hair is prone to dryness. So we really want to make sure we are focusing our shampoo on the scalp, which is where all of that oil is collecting. Again, also all of the hair products are building up. So we want to make sure we keep the shampoo there, scrub our scalp well, make sure that it gets nice and clean. And then as the water rinses your shampoo down, it's going to clean the rest of the mid shaft to the lengths of your hair. So you don't have to worry about doing an extra cleanse to those parts that are already prone to being especially dry. And so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this curly hair for beginners part 1. I definitely obviously plan on doing a part 2 to this that will follow up 4 more steps that I used on my curly hair journey to help me to get back to good hair health. We're going to keep it nice and simple. If these are steps that you feel you would like to incorporate in your own routine, please feel free to follow me on Instagram. It's at JizzyMonique, and there I'm actually going to have all the steps listed on a photo so you can easily screenshot it and you can refer back to it. So thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in part 2 of Curly Hair for Beginners. Bye.